Hey guys, this is the Ultimate Warrior here, and we're going to have a discussion. Yes, a discussion about the anime Monster Masamune. Just be warned, I'm going to be butchering a lot of the titles and characters' names here, most likely. Or is it called Monster Musume? Monster Musume? I don't know. I like the pronunciation Masamune, even though I'm probably adding a few extra letters in there that shouldn't be. But I'm going to call it Monster Masamune, since I'm used to saying that. So yeah, Monster Masamune. Wow. Just what can I say? Normally, I'm not much of an anime watcher, despite going to Anime Expo and making lessons and videos about it. I'm not really much of an anime watcher, but I was somehow drawn to this anime. I wish I could have had a script prepared out about what I'm going to say about my thoughts and opinions on this anime, but I really can't come up with anything. And honestly, for me at least, I don't even know how you could come up with a script for something like this anime. I know I can't, or at least I don't want to spend countless hours trying to plan out one. So, mental script, not like a physical script or anything. So I'm pretty much just gonna somewhat go off the cuff here. How I heard about Monster Masamune. Well, I was looking online at different dakimakuras, however you want to pronounce it. Body pillows. Don't judge me. I like those. But, so yeah, I was looking around trying to see what type of dakimakuras are out there. And I saw one. You know how they have those searches? Well, if you're interested in this, you might be interested in, or other people are interested in this. And I'm looking. I see this one girl, presumably. Okay, she looks like someone that would be on a dakimakura at first. But then I look at the body and this big snake thing, and I'm like, ooh, what the heck? I'm not used to seeing this. Oh, and this is obviously going to have spoilers, and this is obviously not safe for work or kids to be watching. So I see this big snake girl on this dakimakura, and my first thought is, who is buying this? Like, what the heck is this? Like, are there people that are into to have species to snake women and stuff? Like, people buy it. And then, I'm like, well, what anime is this snake person from that warrants people wanting to buy a half woman, half snake? I mean, you hear of folklore and stuff with sea monsters and sailors, but anyways, so I'm looking, Monster Masamune, like, okay, cool, I guess. And then I'm still looking for, different dakimakuras, and then I see this one girl, and she has the front half body of a human, and then like the rest of her body is of a horse, and I'm like, who is buying this? Like, I want to know what anime is this person from that warrants people to buy this. Like, horse lady. Okay, Monster Masamune. Okay, well, at this point, I'm kind of thinking, well, this seems to be kind of popular. People are into, like, humanoids and stuff. I'm just like, okay, cool, whatever. They each their own. So, I'm looking again, and I'm just kind of looking, and this is, like, over a course of, like, a couple of weeks, I guess. And then, I'm looking, trying to find dakimakuras and stuff. And I see another one, and this is of a pale blue person, and they don't even have a head. So I'm like, okay, now what is this from? Is this from the same series? And I look underneath, like Monster Masamune. And so at this point, I'm like, okay, what is the big fuss about Monster Musume? Like, I'm seeing all of these Dakimakotas pop up. I want to check this out. So I go on YouTube, I find a clip of Monster Musume. Just a brief clip, just to check it out. I really was interested in the Snake Girl because she kept popping up. I wanted to see what type of anime was it. Basically, I didn't really do my research. I just wanted to see a little clip, and I just saw this one of I guess a Metal Gear Solid reference. She's like crawling in a box or something, and then you got this big, I guess, spider thing. I didn't really pay attention too much. I'm like, okay, so this is what it is. Whatever, seems normal. I guess these are monster girls going to school. Whatever. So I'm still on the hunt for Dakimakuras, looking at them and whatnot. And then they pop up again, and then this happens over a course of some time, and I think there's like a unicorn head or something with like a big horn, one girl there. And eventually I'm just like, you know what, I see a lot of these, and I think I'm gonna just try to look at the anime a little bit longer just to see what's going on with it. And this was after seeing like the Snake Girl again, and somehow she has her, but like a very special body pillow where it's like so huge, and it's like $300 or something, and you wrap it around you, and I don't know, it's like a big snake thing, and I'm just like, okay, people are buying this. This stuff is getting sold out at places, or like Comet Net or whatever it is. So I want to check out this anime. Let's just check out a couple episodes. So I went on YouTube, I saw a couple episodes, and it hooked me in. And I was not expecting that, but it was quite interesting. I will say it was very hilarious. Might have been a lot of gestures and scenes I might have been a bit uncomfortable with. That was kind of awkward. But eventually, not even eventually, what I meant to say is I pretty much binge watched that over like the next 2 days. I watched like half of the season in one go, and then I watched the rest like the following night. And so I got finished with it. And keep in mind, I really don't like to watch animes all like that. But this one was definitely one exception. I think the fact that it wasn't 30 minutes, and I guess the season was kind of short. That helped. So maybe I should look into watching like animes with short seasons, not some long drawn out ones like Dragon Ball Z in the past. Don't get me wrong, I love Dragon Ball Z and watching it, but I just just with me working and having so many video games to get through, you kind of have to attempt to manage your time. I still don't, but I need to. But yeah, if I had to explain the series, at least season 1, that's all I've seen. It was captivating. It was hilarious. And the girls were quite interesting once I started to get to know them and everything. So I guess with that being said, let's go into the girls. I can't even remember all of their names, and my memory is starting to get foggy, like as the days pass. So I figure if I don't do this now, I'm just going to completely forget about it. So spoiler alert, obviously. We're gonna kind of keep out the special force ladies. They're the ones who are there to take on the interspecies when the humans cannot. They were good for what they were. I just wish they had more character development. So yeah, they were cool, but I'm just gonna have to leave them out for now. So we got the snake girl that started it all for me. We got Mia, the Lamia, I guess. And I really liked her character, kind of. She was a fun character, I guess the comic relief. and I think it worked. And I guess I'll try to tie it into who I think is best girl. But I really enjoyed seeing Mia. She was super hilarious. Um, she might have seemed a bit obsessive at first, but it seems like she kind of calmed down. Poppy, she was really hilarious in the earlier scenes, especially that the one phrase where she's like, "Are you going to incest me now?" I'm just like, what the heck? The popsicle scene, that was rather it was kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie. It kind of made me kind of squeamish because of the innuendos in it, but it was funny. So it was. I guess it was kind of cool to have Poppy around, although she's kind of scary when she's pissed. Saraya Centaur. I really, really liked her character, and this goes without saying. I think she happens to be my favorite girl in the game, just because I can kind of relate to her. I love her sense of honor and that whole knightlyhood of being like a proud creature coming from like a warrior ancestors and willing to serve, and just like her, like I kind of relate to her because I like characters like that. If you play Cold Realized Guardian of Rebirth, or I assume if you watch the anime in the future, they'll have Rempart Leonard in it. He's one of my favorite characters, just because of how dedicated he is to whatever he's doing, and he's willing to serve his queen, and she's serious. She's willing to serve her master or whatever. So she's definitely my favorite, best girl in the entire game, because I can totally relate to having that sense of honor and, knightlyhood, sense of duty and stuff. So I really, really didn't get her character at first. It kind of seemed like an unnecessary addition, but Sue kind of grew on me towards the end. I think at the point, it really wasn't when she saved the kids from falling or whatever that may seem kind of terrible on my part, but I think the point where Sue really grew on me is when she was reading the mind of the I guess the pervert and the dude who wanted to like sell the Mia snake skins and whatnot, and see the videotape the harpy laying the egg. I think it was around that part where I started to warm up to her. Miro, I love Miro. Before we get into Miro, I have to say another thing about Sarah. Her character reminds me a lot of Sailor Uranus from Sailor Moon. And that's probably another reason why I like her so much, because Sailor Uranus has that whole type of serving and very serious demeanor, and even to the point of the voice actors. They almost sound similar. I thought whoever did Sarah's voice acting did Sailor Uranus voice acting. But anyways, back to Miro. Yeah, Miro, she's adorable. I really liked her character. I love the moments she had with Kurisu, which I'm starting to notice. A lot of great characters have the name Kurisu in them. Last name Kurisu. Akira Kurisu from Persona 5, Moxie Kurisu, and now we got this guy. I can't even pronounce his name. Kei Kurisu. Darling Kurisu, as I like to call him. But yeah, I really like his interaction with Miro. And she just seemed like such a sweet girl, and just one of my favorite scenes is when she's pretty much kiss blocking Kurisu and Mia. And Mia gets so pissed. And she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I can't help it with my fish humor, but here's a coral snake for you." Or like, here, enjoy the snake. And it's just so hilarious. Oh, this is one of the best scenes. And going back to Sarah again, like even Sarah was amazed with Miro, and she thought she had some type of queenly aura to her, and like that's another one of my favorite scenes in the anime. And then she's like imagined herself dressed up as a knight, and said she's serving Miro, and she's like, "I want you to do your best," and she's like, "Of course, Michael." And then Mia is just like, come back to reality, Knight of Middle Ages." I can't. That was hilarious. I love that scene. One of the best scenes ever. Come back to reality, Knight of Middle Ages. But yeah. I enjoyed Miro. She has kind of like that complex about her that how could you not love. I wish she got a bit more screen time. Another one of my favorite hilarious moments with Miro is where she's like thinking like, well, if you're going to die, let me have your children, Kurisu. Like she likes that tragic love ending, and then like I'll tell them all about you and how you died tragic, like heroically or whatnot. So yeah, Miro's definitely awesome. We got Rachne Arachne. I think I said that right. She is a special case, and I kind of mean that in a good way. Now to start, I absolutely hate spiders. The only type of spider I can somewhat stand is a daddy long legs, if they're outside. Any other spider, if they're inside, I won't hesitate to kill them on sight. That's just me. I don't like spiders. They're one of my biggest fears. But, having said that, it seems like a lot of people like Rachne Arachne. That sounds fun just saying that. And, I kind of wish she got more screen time to kind of get a better feel of her character more. And I'll admit, she's scary. She kidnapped Kurisu. So that's one thing. She got these big spider legs, but I guess her character is respectable. And, people call Rajini their waifu. And I can see why. She does have like a matureness to her. And she's not phased really easily. I think that was evidenced in or you could see that where I think Lilith, one of those monsters, was trying to get under her skin and just trying to make her doubt her self-confidence, and she was just not going to have that. I think that was pretty cool on her part. And she's not gushing all over Kurisu from what I saw. And that was pretty interesting. So she does definitely seem like the more mature one of the group without being overly knightly like or overly serious like Saraya. So yeah, wish I saw more screen time of her to form a better opinion, but she's cool with me. Although she can get a little bit creepy. But in a good way. Lala, I'm thinking that's the headless one. I didn't really like her character too much. Again, she comes at the very end, and when she's coming, that's an awkward way to put it, but she ends up towards the end of the freaking series, so she doesn't have much character development. She's just kind of seen like this emo creature, and when you spend half your time getting Kurisu away from her because she's like the bringer of death or whatever, it's kind of hard for me to get a good feel or get a positive impression of her. Maybe they'll expand in season 2, and then I can form a better opinion then. But as far as what I saw, I definitely was not feeling her. So, and there's Zombina, the zombie. I know I wasn't going to mention them, but I don't know, she kind of reminds me of Roddy Tops from Shantae's Half Genie Hero. Even with the way they look and act. So it makes me think, I don't know, does she have like a smell to her or something? Does she smell like a rotting zombie? Manako, she the one eye lady. She seemed pretty cool. Would have liked to have seen more from her, and seen more from Doppelganger. The ogre Tyan Ishia was just kind of there. I think they had one funny moment where, or wait, that moment probably was with Centura, where she was like a bodyguard or something. I don't know. Again, wish I could have saw more of them. Maybe if there's like a season 2 or whatever. But anyways, let's get into, yes, best girl. So yeah, why they'd I think Smith would want them to marry. I can't remember. But I think like they was trying to put him in a position where he had to marry one, which, bless his heart. If he had to choose, or, if I had to pick, best waifu of the entire thing, it would be tough. Well, let's start with the top 3 first. My top 3 obviously has to be Mia, the Lamia, or Lama, whatever, and Sarah, the Centaur, and Miro, the Mermaid, which, those are my top 3 characters. So, if I had to choose a best waifu for Kurusu, that's gonna be really tough, because I like all of their characters. But, gun to my head, you tell me, gotta choose, I'm going to have to choose Mia as best waifu. And it's pretty much because I like her spirit. She's bubbly, and I'm typically not for the first girl or first person, first guy, whatever, in ultimate games or whatever, like falling in love scenes, with the very first person you meet, or what a lot of people might consider to be the canon romance. But hers struck me in a different way. I like the fact that she tries, and I think she'd be best waifu, provided she doesn't freaking kill him. Or like rip him in half. Poor guy. I gotta give him special props, because he had to put up with a lot of stuff. Her jealousy, and just them fighting and destroying everything. I'm sorry, but if I was him, and I was looking at the way they were just breaking everything and destroying windows, my first thought, like if I was in his situation, was, I'm not paying for that. We're getting Agent Smith, and she's going to pay for that. You better get the government to pay for that, because I am not putting a single penny into that. And he should have did that with the food to begin with. It's like, I'm not paying for it. You better reimburse me for all of the damage to food. If you're going to have me be a homestay master or whatever, then listen, none of that stuff is coming out of my paycheck. You put me in this situation, therefore you must provide for me and all of these interspecies creatures. Maybe except for Sue, because she wasn't even looking at Sue at that point. But Agent Smith was cool. I like her. She reminds me a lot of Faye from Cowboy Bebop. But anyways, best waifu, Mia. Definitely one of the most energetic people, and I have a thing for the jealous types. So there's that. You gotta have that snake learn how to cook. Because apparently Mia can't make a meal worth saving or eating. So yeah, but I feel like if she got that under control, then it would be a smoother selling for... Did I say that right? Smoother selling for Kurusu. That and her obsessive, unintentional kill streak. So yeah. Best waifu, Mia. And no, I don't want one of those long body pillow dakimakuras of Mia. I saw that thing was like 7 meters long if you look it up. A body pillow that long, it make me hyperventilate. I don't have enough space in my room for that. I think it's longer than my room. So we can't be doing that, no. I would go into like a panic attack. But anyways, what was I saying? But yeah, as Sarah, I really do like Sarah. I love the whole duty and honor serving knight thing. But I don't know, I think it might be taken too far in the sense that you don't see enough romance. It's just she will just be there to serve her master, and that's it. Do she have feelings for Darling or Kotosu? I think she does, but I think she would get a lot of those romantic feelings mixed up with serving, and I think it could just be a blur that would make the relationship a bit harder than what it needs to be. But that's just my opinion. Like, trust me, I had to think about this between Mia and Sarah. But yeah, I think Mia would definitely have the more natural relationship with Kotosu, or at least as natural as you can get for a freaking humanoid interspecies. And to that point, I'm surprised I'm even mentioning this in the video. Miro, like, yeah, she was in the running because, you know, I like her personality and whatnot, and maybe could have been best girl because she's calm and she seems to have a good grip on a lot of things, you know, other than her wheelchair, and she seems to have a good grip for the most part. You know, the whole kiss blocking and whatnot, might need to learn a better sense of self-awareness, but she seems like a cool waifu. But just the fact that she wants a tragic romance, well, what can you do with that? This might be horrible to say, but it's like, okay, that just makes the narrowing down a bit more easier. Since we don't gotta work, that's one less person we have to worry about. But yeah, I'm gonna have to give it to Mia here. Although Mira would probably be in my mind, but she would probably want that as some tragic romance thing. As far as the series itself, it was weird, it was awkward, it was highly suggestive, but overall I found it to be very humorous, and it kind of makes me want to read the manga, and I don't like reading manga. It's not something that I usually do, but I wouldn't go out my way to buy a manga of this, I don't think. But if someone gave the book to me to borrow, and it was translated and whatnot, I'd probably read it. But I'd rather read the Persona 5 manga translated in English. But that's neither here nor there right now. But I am looking forward to season 2. If they come out with a season 2, I would really want to see it. I want to see if he would choose, who would he choose if he ends up choosing someone. But Poppy, she has that young mindset. I get that Chris Hansen vibe, despite the full moon scene. But even then, that was kind of awkward. Mentally, probably too young for my liking. Same thing with Sue. You know, a lot of people choose Sue as their waifu. I really don't get it. But help me understand it. If you like Sue as your waifu, let me know in the comments below what you like about her. You know, she's a decent slime thing, but I'm reminded of that movie called Life with the alien thing that came out, I think, in February or something. I'm reminded of that movie, and that Calvin, that was the little alien thing called. And my first thought is just like, I don't want to be drowned by Calvin. That's who Sue reminds me of. But I'm definitely glad she's in the house because she is definitely proven to be helpful and she's kind. Rajini Arachne, again, a lot of people's best waifu. I can see why. I like to see a little bit more. There's a whole type of spider phobia. So yeah, I don't think I'd be going that route. But I could understand if people do. Lala, I have not seen anyone who wanted to have Lala as best waifu, and I cannot blame them. Or excluding the special force group out. But yeah, I guess these are my thoughts on Monster Masamune. Definitely will be on the lookout for a second season because I would love to see how that ends up and to see more of it. But I think they did a good job for the type of anime it is. Apparently, you don't really have animes out there that's like that. You might, but I don't know. It was unique and it definitely caught my attention as someone who really does not watch anime. I made time to watch this one because that's how captivating and oddly interesting it was. Well, this video has gone on for long enough, and it's over 30 minutes. So wow, if you made it this far and you watched the entire thing, then you are awesome. Thought my phone was ringing. But anyways, if you watched Monster Masamune, let me know in the comments who's your best waifu, who's your favorite character overall, waifu aside. I'd really like to have a conversation about that below. So yeah, if I watch more animes, maybe I can do more discussions like this. Maybe one with Steins Gate if there's enough interest for that. But I played the game, but I didn't watch the anime because I figured, well, if I played the game and the game has more content than the anime, then why watch the anime? But I don't know. We'll see. Maybe if I can find some shorter animes that I can do like a crash session and watching them, and it wouldn't take me too long. Like if I could just watch them in a weekend without getting totally burned out, then yeah, I could probably do more of that if that's what you guys want. So, if you happen to like this video, or you're a fan of video games / ultimate game stuff, or even a fan of drink testing, taste testing, toys, reviews, stuff like that, then feel free to check out the rest of my channel. And if you happen to like what you see, then please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, do what you gotta do, and I will see you guys in the next video. Alright guys, talk to you later. Bye.